Right. So I made a video. Back in 2019. I made a video. I was a armored car driver. I guess you could say I worked for an armored car company. I drove, delivered money, put it in the ATM machines, and since I knew I was leaving that job because I hated it, I decided to do a video. And my partner at the time, he recorded me while I was loading the ATM machines, just to show what it's like on a job and what I do during the course of my day. So I videotaped me putting money in the ATM machines, explain how much money was going in, explain what the job was about, and I uploaded it to YouTube. I got a lot of comments, anywhere from stealing the money, how much do you make an hour, all sorts of questions. People wanting to be an armored car, working for an ATM company. But a lot of my comments that I responded to, the ones that basically was telling me how they want to become work for an armored car company, wanted to be in that field. I was honest based on my experiences with it, and I said I would rather be homeless if that was the last job, if that was the only job I could get. I wouldn't take it. I'd be homeless, living on the street, because that is the worst job I've ever had in my life. And I had a few jobs. That was the worst job I ever had. And it wasn't the work that made it bad, it was the management. The management is the worst. The company I worked for was called Garda. You see these trucks a lot. They're in different cities. And the company I worked for was in Long Island City, Queens, and I basically worked all 5 boroughs. And when I actually worked there, I don't know, I guess you could say we were short-handed, and the turnover rate is so high because people get the job and they realize the bullshit, and then they wind up leaving. So what it boils down to is they get the job, see what it's really about, and then they wind up quitting because management don't care about you. All they care about is the work. And I get it, it's a business. They're not there to make friends. But at the same time, I found myself in many positions with that company where my safety was at risk. Meaning I would have to do 4 ATM machines by myself in Harlem in the lobby of the bank. Not behind the counter where I'm not with the customers. I'm in the lobby right there where customers are hovering over my neck, watching me open up bags of money and put them in the ATM machines. And if I were to say, listen, can I get some help? Can you send me with another person? They wouldn't even look to see if they had any additional personnel, knowing that my route is heavy, knowing that they added 2 more routes to my route, which means that they gave me like an additional 30 bags. 30 bags, and then they telling me no. Well, the supervisor that I would go to straight told me no. He didn't even look to see if he could get me some help, knowing that he added 30 more bags to my route, knowing that I'm not going to get back until like 4 o'clock in the morning and my route starts at 6. He just didn't care. I don't know if it's hate. I don't know if it was meant to punish me in some way, but I didn't get the help, and my safety was definitely in jeopardy because I had 4 machines to add money to in Harlem, USA. I have 4 machines to deal with, and they refused to give me additional help with the added work that they added to my route. So I don't know. I read the comments to that video, and I simply tell everybody that inquires about wanting to be in the armored car business, I say, listen, I wouldn't do it. I would never go back to that company. Yeah, I got the experience and I know how to do the machines and things like that, but the way that company is and the way they do business, I have a feeling that a lot of the other a lot of the armored car companies out there like Brinks, they basically do exactly what we did as far as loading the machines with money, replenishing the machines with money, doing sweeps and things like that. So because these companies operate in the same manner, I would never think to take my talents, my experience over to another company thinking that it's going to be any better, any different, because it's not. And the reason why I say that is, look at it this way. If you have on your route 30 bags of money that you have to load into machines, and your turnover rate at your armored car company is so high that they constantly putting new people on your truck, and you have no way of safeguarding that money while you off the truck, while that person is in the truck with the money by himself. Who's to say that that person isn't stealing? And if that person is stealing, guess what? The whole route gets fired. So why would you want to be a part of something where your job depends on somebody else's honesty. Because if that person steals the money, they're going to assume that everybody's in on it, or they have no way of really finding the person, that they can't pinpoint who stole the money. So what they would do, they just fire the whole route, because they know getting people to do that job is an applicant away. They can always get somebody to fill your spot, because not a lot of people know what's entailed with that type of job until they get in it. And when they get in it, it's a shock to them. And based on the people that I spoke to that first came on with the job, and I had to train them, and they realized they're not going to stay long, because they couldn't count on this job long term based on the way it's set up. And then on top of that, management very disrespectful, and non-supportive of their employees. I had, and what was crazy is that when I had newbies on my truck, they're looking for jobs while they're on the route. So I'm constantly worried if they breaking the bag open, poking little holes in it, pulling money out while I'm in the bank. So, I mean, it's just crazy. It really is crazy. I remember a comment on the video from a guy who he worked for Brinks, and he wanted to go to Garda because Garda has a union and Brinks don't have a union. Brinks starts at 19, Garda starts at 16. Now, he thought that having a union would protect them in the event that such a case of money missing on the route, then the union will back him up. This is his thinking. From termination, if the company had no proof that he took the money. And I explained to him that the union is only good for collecting union dues and pretending to get us raises when a contract expires and it's time for negotiations. Trust me, those unions work with the company. They don't work with the employees. At least I'll just say for Garda's situation, they didn't. And there was a number of cases where I had issues where I called upon the union to either represent me or to look into a statement that I produced or submitted on the complaint side. And this was the head lady at the union. She said, "There's nothing I can do." Other people that either made complaints other co-workers that either made complaints or was fired and needed representation, wasn't even possible. Now, I just remembered one of my coworkers, a female, it was her, a new guy, it was her by herself and two new guys. And she was working Long Island, and the driver locked himself out of the truck accidentally. And she was inside doing the machines. So if she was inside doing the machines and the driver decides to get out the truck and either take a smoke or piss or whatever and locks everybody out of the truck, why is she getting fired? And she fought for her job through the union. The union basically told her to kick rocks. So what she did was she contacted corporate. Their offices are in Canada, believe it or not. That company is owned by a Canadian corporation, Garda, and she contacted somebody up there, told them her story, and they was forced to give her job back. And the whole time she was there, I don't know if she's there anymore, but the whole time she was there, they made it hard for her. They made it real hard for her because the supervisor and the general manager didn't want her going back there. And then when she went over their heads, it didn't look good to them, for them, through corporate. So because of her having to go to corporate, it put a little heat on them, and they didn't like that. So they did everything they could to in their power to make it uncomfortable for her, giving her fucked up routes, giving her people, yeah, but they didn't give her the help that she needed to help her with the machine. So she was forced to do them by herself because she had people on her truck that didn't know how to do the machines. So when management want to mess with you, they have their ways of doing it. And once you know your work, once you know how to do the machines, once you know your route, that job is easy peasy. It's just that management makes it difficult for you to do your job, and management is the problem over at Garda. Again, you could give me 100 bags. Just give me some help. Give me some protection so that when I'm out there in the field with my back turned, working on a machine, I got adequate backup and protection. Just don't stick me out there and say, so what? Do the best you can and all of this. Who does that? But yeah, if I had to do it all again, man, I swear. Or if I knew someone that worked there and they told me the ins and outs of that job, I never would have went there. Never. Because I gained nothing from them. I was working paycheck to paycheck. Oh boy. I definitely worked paycheck to paycheck. And being broke after doing that job, you don't feel, yeah, I'm about to mask up and go into the store. But yeah. All right, let's see. About to do some grocery shopping. Looking for some parsley. It's not over here. Excuse me, miss, I'm looking for parsley.
Huh?
Parsley?
Parsley?
Parsley, yeah, parsley.
Oh, check it over there.
Okay, thank you, mama. Parsley. Scallion. I don't see the scallion. Parsley. Kale. You know where I can find parsley? Thank you. Parsley time. Let's see.
Attention associates, can I please have someone from maintenance leave the store? Someone from maintenance leave the store.
I don't see it. Parsley. I don't know. Maybe you know where it is. I'm looking. I don't see it. Parsley. Oh, okay. Oh, let's see. This is it. It's time. Mints. What is this? Basil. Oh, there it is. Parsley. Parsley. And then lime. Carrots.
More delicious. That's too good to be true, right? Not with too
Lime. Oh, there it is.
Yes, and they took it to Washington 2 weeks ago for the judge. Wow. Yeah, Grace, because I give it to the judge and the judge selects it. Yes, that's I'm sorry. That's okay.
Try 17 or 18. All right, thank you.
All right, Gracie.
Scallion parsley thyme. Thank you. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. So the comments that I read, how some people wanted to work for an armored car company, comments from how much you get paid an hour, comments from stealing, is the job hard, is it easy to get? It's very easy to get because they know that who they hire won't be there long term. So they quick to hire people easy. The question is, how long are you planning on staying there before you quit? I mean, yeah, sure, you could get your experience and go to another armored car company, but I guarantee you, it's not going to be, well, the grass will not be greener on the other side. I'll tell you that much. In addition to that, you get the experience, you go to another armored car company, and their policies might be so strict that they may fire you for something as simple as not having your shirt tucked in. And it has happened. And the company I'm thinking about is Brinks. In my company at Garda, you can wear your shirt untucked. You don't even have to wear your shirt. You can wear a t-shirt, a white beater, and work on these machines. And nobody cares because it's so unprofessional. With all the money that goes out of that building on these routes, you would think there would be a lot more professionalism with this company, and there isn't. If you look at my video, you see my shirt untucked, shirt wide open, and all of that. And I'm sorry I didn't make more videos. It's just that I didn't want to be working there and posting videos while I'm at work, or posting videos and people at my job seeing these videos and management getting wind that, you know, I'm putting this information out on their company. So knowing that I was leaving, I decided to post that one video because I just knew since I was leaving, I just wanted to have something to basically show what I did at my, while my time was there. So that's how that worked. But I'll tell anybody who's trying to get a job at the armored car company, don't do it, man. If you want a gun license, go to a company that will sponsor you to get your license through them. Don't think that you could get a gun license through Garda and take that license and go anywhere you want with it. That license belongs to them because they sponsor you, and you got to return that license to them once you leave. You can't like just walk into a company with a Garda license and saying that you carry for Garda. You can't carry for them. So they're gonna make you do the paperwork all over again anyway. So save yourself the trouble and go to a company that will sponsor you. Get your license through them, and you should be good money.